Earlier this week, animal lovers showed up to our state capitol in support of SB 1658, a bill aimed to protect more pets throughout Arizona. We're going to give you an update on where that's at in the process and how you can help. All that's coming up right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. Now, the Arizona Humane Society, along with state lawmakers, have been working tirelessly to pass SB 1658. And today we're going to hear all from Senator Bolick as well as Dr. Stephen Hansen about how you can help get that passed into law. And of course, we have some absolutely adorable pets who have been saved thanks to your support. We'll introduce you to Lee and tell you her story here in just a bit. But starting off the show is one of our kitty friends. The first of our adorable cats on today's show is Shawn and Bree. You know, we just love pets with human names. And oh my goodness, I think he's loving those belly rubs.
Yes, I definitely love pets with human names. I think it's the funniest thing. Little Shawn here has been a real hit in the studio. He has been loving on everyone. He has a little elevator butt. Let's see if he'll show it off because he's got this beautiful tail. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. He has been loving on everyone. He came to us with a few other siblings. A Good Samaritan found them and they did not have a mother with them taking care of them. So they went off to foster and he ended up gaining a lot of good weight, got neutered, has all of his shots, and he is so happy and healthy. Oh my goodness. I wanted to scoop him up and walk out of the studio, but that would be a problem. So I am not going to do that, but definitely recommend coming down and meeting him. He is an absolute sweetheart. Talking about good partnerships, the Toyota Valley dealers do a great job of working with us, and oh my goodness, we so appreciate it. Right now, we are doing another great raffle. Just $20 for one ticket, 3 for $50, or now a 7 for $100. And all the proceeds go back to helping our pets. The Toyota is actually valued at over $42,000. And as you know, cars can be very expensive these days. So getting a brand new truck, my gosh, that would be awesome. So it's definitely a win-win for us and a win-win for you if you take home that car.
Absolutely, and there's only 1 week left with 100% of the proceeds going right back to helping little kitties like that. So thank you so much for that reminder, Bree, and thank you to Valley Toyota dealers as well. And now, while we've been a little spoiled this spring, we know that summer starts here much earlier than other places, and we need to keep our pets safe from the heat. But first, who's this absolutely gorgeous girl, Lisa?
Well, this beautiful purebred German Shepherd is 3-year-old Lee. She was found as a stray running with another dog, and she actually was in pretty shabby shape. She probably looked like she hadn't been brushed for a very, very long time. So our grooming team got a hold of her, and she loved every minute of it, combed out all of her hair, and she had a big pile of an extra big dust bunny. So this sweetheart is now looking for someone to adopt her. We believe her to be friendly with dogs because she was found to be with another dog. But she has been great since she's been with us. A little nervous, not super fond of new things. So she needs a minute to warm up, which is pretty much most of dogs that you don't know. But as you can see, she is just relaxed and she is a beautiful girl. But keep in mind, it's hot out there. I wish it wasn't, but it's that time of year. So please watch your dog's feet. If you're taking your dog out for a walk, make sure it's in the morning during the cooler temperatures or in the evening. And dogs do not have shoes. Those pads are not shoes. It's almost like bare feet. Please put your hand down on the sidewalk for a couple seconds. If it's too hot to keep your hand down there, it is definitely too hot to take your dog for a walk. There are plenty of other ways to socialize and have fun with your dog. In the house, you can hide treats. Lots of ways to have fun other than a walk during the hot temperatures. So No Hot Dogs AZ for more information about how to determine if it's too hot to take your dog outside for a walk.
Absolutely, that is a great reminder, Lisa. We've already had pets come through our trauma hospital with burned paws, so it is a very important reminder. Thank you for that. And we want to give a heartfelt thank you to Kiewit Cooperation and their dedicated network of industry leaders for raising over $27,000 through the annual Night Shift Golf After Dark tournament to support the sick, injured, and abused pets we care for at the Arizona Humane Society. We're so grateful to be the beneficiary of this annual event, and we're inspired by Kiewit's commitment to donating time, talent, and resources to improve the quality of life in our communities. If interested in learning how your company can help our homeless pets at AHS, make sure to visit azhumane.org to learn more opportunities. And right now we have a lot of underage orphan kittens and puppies who are looking for a temporary place to recover. But before we talk about the importance of fostering, please introduce us to Tilman, ladies.
Tilman, oh, he is beautiful. His little face with these whiskers looks like a little starburst on his face. It's so sweet and cute. He came in through our animal assistance department, and there was 4 siblings, and they were 6 weeks old. And they were little strays, so we put them in our kitten ICU and got them all checked out. And then they went to the foster home, and they, gained some weight, got to be very social with each other, and they just have a ball. And you're going to meet Silly and Milton later on, and it's like they're triplets, basically. If you want a trio, you should adopt all 3 of them, because look at these little feet. Super sweet and cute, and very playful, very loving, loves to cuddle, very mellow. So his disposition's great. He's got a little bit of a longer fur, so I think he will need some grooming when he gets a little older, but that's nothing. That's just a more bonding time for you and your pet.
The Arizona Humane Society is so proud of our Bottle Baby ICU, where the Bottle Baby puppies and kittens are cared for around the clock by our staff and volunteers. But we really rely on foster homes to care for these small pets. And now that we're in puppy and kitten season, we are looking for new families to help us this summer. So if you are interested in being one of these families to foster our Bottle Baby puppies or kittens, visit our website, azhumane.org/foster for more information and to take the training.
Absolutely. We need all the fosters we can get, and we have a very, very long kitten season here in Arizona, so we need continued support throughout these next few months. And named after the queen of Greek goddesses, we have a sweet pup who is a great reminder that there are resources for pet owners in need. Right, Sula?
Yes, this is the beautiful, beautiful Hera. She is a 9-month-old lab mix, and she came to us together with a pack of puppies and dogs puppies and all dogs that they all need a second chance. When she arrived, she was a little underweight, but otherwise totally healthy. And she is super, super, super sweet. And we just found out that she loves to get food from the counter, so she's a counter surfer. Stories like Hera's remind us that we are always reminding our pet owners that if you're struggling to take care of your pets, the Arizona Humane Society is there to help. From low vet medical care, and also with help spaying and neutering your dog, we have resources that can make a huge difference. So our goal is to make all these puppies stay in the homes that they already loved instead of crowded shelters. So if you or somebody you know need help with taking care of their pets, please visit azhumane.org/resources. You will be surprised how much help is out there.
Absolutely, and like you said, we'd much rather keep pets in their loving homes and out of already overcrowded shelters if we can help it. So thank you so much for that, Sula. And do you want to help strengthen cruelty laws to protect more pets? Well, we'll tell you all about SB 1658 and how it would protect more pets throughout Arizona when we come back. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, it was a very busy week in the world of advocacy for the Arizona Humane Society. First, we had the passing of SB 1033, which increases bonds for seized pets, thanks to Senator Kavanaugh as well as Governor Hobbs. But now all of our attention is focused on SB 1658. And here to talk all about this anti-cruelty bill is Senator Bolick and Dr. Stephen Hansen. Thank you both so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Kelsey.
Now, like we mentioned, Senator, it's been a very busy week. We started off with a rally and a press conference full of animal advocates. But for anyone who's not familiar, what is SB 1658?
Senate Bill 1658 is a bill directed to make sure that we're focused on the egregious animal cruelty cases out there. The bill simply is saying that we want to make sure that animals specific to the species are provided with their food, water, and shelter. And it gives the tools to law enforcement to go out and actually focus on some of the crimes that we have seen over the years, especially the hoarding situation that we had seen in 2023 in Chandler. Earlier this year, there was an issue that Maricopa County Sheriff's Office had to go into and over in Gila Bend. And sadly, there was one in my district as well off the I-17 in Greenway. So this is the tool that we believe will actually help our law enforcement and our county attorneys to go out and prosecute the bad guys.
Absolutely. Now, this sounds like very common sense legislation, but what made you want to be able to take leadership on this bill, and where is it at in the process? Because it's definitely been a long one.
It has been a long one. So I had been the sponsor of Senate Bill 1234, which is the original bill. And there's a maneuver that you can use in the legislature here in Arizona of striking a prior bill and turning it into something totally different. So unfortunately, I worked with you all on the certified vet tech alternative pathways, but we utilized that bill to revive this bill, 1658. So in my opinion, it's moving through the process. There have been some hiccups along the way, but it has not deterred me at all. I think I was called a bulldog the other day by somebody for being tenacious and persistent. I will not let them basically push us aside. It's too important. I have 3 furry friends of my own, 2 retired racing greyhounds, and an Italian greyhound who literally runs our house. My dogs are 11, 9, and 5. And I have been a big advocate of animal rescues and dogs and cats for a very long time.
Well, we are super grateful for your leadership and for your tireless efforts on this. And Dr. Hansen, like Senator mentioned, we did have that horrific case of cruelty in 2023 of the Chandler 55. What would have been different with that case if we would have had SB 1653?
Yeah, Kelsey, if we would have had this language in place at that time, we would have been able to take action much faster. One of the biggest problems with the Chandler 55 case was those animals were suffering from severe, painful neglect, fractured legs. We were not able to get a search warrant. A judge was not able to act because of the language. Now the language would say, instead of protracted suffering, which is time-based, it would be unreasonable suffering. We would have been able to get that search warrant much faster. We would have got these animals out. We would have gotten care. Suffering would have been reduced. It would have made a big difference.
Absolutely. You know, there was a lot of time that they were sitting there suffering, and we just had our hands tied, unfortunately. Now, the Arizona Humane Society are no strangers to advocacy and efforts. We're talking about SB 1658 today, but we've had a long history of advocating for pets.
We have. We've had some very important bills that we've been part of over the last few years. One of them is the telemedicine bill. We're one of the only states in the country that allows telemedicine for veterinarians. We actually, at the Arizona Humane Society, have a telemedicine program now. It's 7 days a week during the day right now, during daytime hours. But it allows us to manage cases that we don't need to see in person. So it will free up the hospital so we can actually see more animals, especially in families that can't get to a clinic or don't have the funds. So telemedicine was big. Another big one we had a couple of years ago was a bill that helps veterinary students pay for their loans. It's a powerful bill for us to be able to attract veterinarians to Arizona, and it'll also allow us to attract them to both rural locations, so they'll be practicing in farm settings or rural settings, but especially in shelters. So that was huge too. And next year we hope to be back with our veterinary technician alternative track bill, and we are very grateful to Senator Bolick for shepherding that bill this year and for for putting all of her weight and her effort into 1658. So we are very grateful. Thank you, Senator.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of animal lovers at home that are wondering what they can do to be able to help pass 1658. Now, Senator, what do you recommend they do so then that way we can hopefully get this passed into law?
So over the next 2 weeks, I highly recommend anybody who is actually viewing to email or call their state legislators at the state level. The federal government has nothing to do with this whole bill. Focus on the Arizona legislature. If you go to azleg.gov, you can actually type your address in and you can find who your legislators are in the House and in the Senate. Email, call all 3 people.
Absolutely. And as we know, being able to be represented by your representatives is so important, especially when it comes to protecting the voiceless. Thank you both so much for being here with us today. And thank you, Senator, for all of your efforts with this bill. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can also visit azhumane.org/advocacy to be updated on our efforts. And of course, we want to stay tuned right here. She's taking a nap right now, but we're going to give a little espresso some time on camera when we come back. Welcome back to the show. Now, we saw this cutie before the break, and now it's time to officially meet her. I think she got a little espresso in between. She took a little nap there, Sula.
I know, and I will call her light espresso because of her color. But anyway, this little girl arrived as a stray to the Arizona Humane Society along with 5 siblings that were left in a Good Samaritan's doorstep. When she came during her checkup, we noticed that she had a little irregular rhythm to her heart. So they did some radiographs, and the good thing is that everything came out normal. She does have a medical disclosure for arrhythmia, but it's only noticeable when she's really calm and still, which happened earlier in the show, but not here anymore. And she will be a great, great pet. She's already thriving by her own. And also, if you have a dog or a puppy that is not quite ready for the dog park, but you would like to socialize, you have to check the Arizona Humane Society puppy parties. It's a great way to socialize your dog in a safe environment. They need to have their vaccine, age-appropriate vaccine, but it's a great way. So visit azhumane.org/events for these fun puppy parties and other dog training tips.
Absolutely. It is a wonderful time, and it is a great way to socialize your pup. So thank you so much for that, Sula. And we've been talking about resources to help keep pets in homes, and one great way to do that is our mobile vet clinics. But first, oh my goodness, this little one is wearing socks, or what do we think?
Yes, she is. Look at this little girl. Oh my goodness, this is silly, which we're not quite sure what that means, but we're maybe short for Cecilia. She is a doll. I told you we have triplets on the show, and this is number 2. She is so sweet. She does like feather wands. That's been kind of her little jam here. But, oh my, can you imagine what she's going to look like as an adult? She is fabulous. I mean, tuxedo cats are so cool. They take beautiful photos. I mean, they're great, great. Her fur is just a touch shorter than the other one, so if you want something a little bit more smooth, she might be your girl. As Kelsey mentioned, we do have the mobile vet clinics. That is such a great idea for people that have a little bit of, they have a little struggles trying to get some of their vets things taken care of, like flea and tick prevention, low-cost vaccines, and they wound up, you can just look on azhumane.org/events and see where the mobile clinic is going to be. It is great for the community.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful way to be able to help keep pets in homes. And at the Arizona Humane Society, we never euthanize for time or space, which means some of our adoptable pets tend to stay on the adoption floor a little bit longer than others. And they need a little paw up to help find their perfect forever home. We want to introduce you to 3 of our absolutely adorable long-timer pups. absolutely adorable. And also adorable, if you are a fan of Cinderella, then you might know who this cat is named after. Actually, it's named after one of my favorite mice on that show, Brie.
This is little sweet Gusgus. Oh my gosh, just like his brother, a total cuddle bug. Shout out to the foster parents, because these two are the most chill kittens. I'm not guaranteeing that they won't, be completely crazy kittens when you bring them home, but oh my gosh, they are such sweethearts and absolutely ready to be in your house. So definitely come down and meet Gusgus. While you're meeting Gusgus, definitely stop by the Hungry Hound. We've got, that is now officially open. It's a cafe at Papago Park campus, and the proceeds benefit AHS, of course, but you can get treats for yourself, for humans, and you can also get Perry's pup treats as well. So definitely some great options. They are open during our adoption hours, so you can stop by, get something to drink, and then go peruse the pets. I think that sounds like a wonderful date night, perhaps.
Oh my goodness, yes, I absolutely love that. And who knows, maybe you'll be adding another furry friend to your home. And don't change that channel. We have some more absolutely adorable pets. We can't wait to meet you when we come back. Welcome back. The heat is here and we have safety tips for your pets. But first, who is this cutie, Lisa?
Well, this Greek goddess is Athena, sister of Hera, who was on earlier. So these little 19-pound, I don't know, they look like Labradors, but they're tiny and they're 9 months old, so they're not going to get any bigger. They're great. And these guys were part of a large-scale intake from somebody who just had too many pets in the home. So remember, I know I talked earlier about it getting hot. Please, please, please don't leave pets in cars, anything. Don't, not even for a minute. If you do find a pet that's hot in the car, call 911 first, stay with the animal, and they will give you information there on how to take care of that. Don't break any windows, check if anything's unlocked first, but call 911. But if you want these specific instructions, go on azhumane.org/no-hot-dogs-az, and it'll give you specific instructions on what you can do if you find a dog in a hot car.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, we've been on the other side of those cases, and they don't always turn out great. So thank you so much for that, Lisa. And you know what? There's been a lot of graduations happening, including at AHS, Denise.
Yes, there is. We are very proud to say that our first group of kittens is graduating. And these are kittens who started out as bottle babies, and now they are in their forever families. But what we have to remember is there's still some kittens who are in school who need help. And you can do that by fostering, volunteering, adopting, donating. And please remember, do not kidnap kittens. This is 10-week-old Milton, and you saw his siblings earlier in the show. And let me tell you, Milton is extremely playful. He's bored with the toys on the table right now, and he wants to get down and find his siblings. And him and his siblings want to be in your home for the summer. So come on down and get little 10-week-old Milton.
Oh my goodness, so cute. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today, and special thank you to Senator Bolick as well as Dr. Hansen to talk about SB 1658. We also want to remind you that this is for companion animals. This does not affect cattle or livestock. So you can visit azhumane.org/advocacy to learn more, or like Senator Bolick said, azledge.gov to see who your representatives are. And we'll see you here next week for another adorable episode of Pets on Parade.